This is Pokling 888 Telemetrading Daily Market Research and Data Analysis. Here are the top 10 most active companies in the Philippine Stock Exchange in terms of volume. Solar Philippines Nueva Ecija traded 83.81 million at a price of 1.13 per share, followed by the Mega World with 52.22 million at a price of 3 pesos and 18 cents per share. Then the AC Energy Philippines closed at a price of 11.10 and traded 31.14 million. Next, the all-day Marts traded 27.38 million at a price of 65 cents. Next, the Monday Nissan closed at a price of 15.98 per share and traded 13.38 million. Next, the Metro Pacific Investment with 7.91 million at a price of 3.99 per share. Followed by the Greenergy with 7.68 million at a price of 2 pesos and 35 cents per share. Then the Philinvest REIT traded 7.63 million at a price of 7.40 per share. Followed by the Ayala Land Logistics, closed at a price of 6 pesos and 35 cents and traded 7.39 million. Lastly, the Dita CME Holdings traded 3.61 million at a price of 5.16 per share. And here are the top gainers companies, led by the Philippine Racing Club with notable gains of 8.70%, followed by the ACE Annexor with 8.27%, then the Petra Energy Resources with 8.27%, also the Prime Media with notable gains of 7.14%, then the ACE Site Hotel with 7.10%, the To Go Group with 6.67%, followed by the Crown Equities with 6.12% increase, the Cirtec with 6.01% gains. Next, the Philippine Estates with 5.77%. And lastly, the Nihao Mineral with 5.10% notable gains. And here are the top losers companies, led by the Keppel Philippines with 9.73% losses. Next, the Atok Big Wedge with 8.17%, the Union Bank with 7.83%, the 8990 Holdings lost 6.23%, the SunTrust Home with 6.14% losses, followed by the Philippine Business Bank with 5.54%, then the Discovery World with 4.26%, followed by the Sun Life Financial with 3.85%, also the LBC Express with losses of 3.51%, and the Eagle Cement with 3.31% losses. And this is the latest on Forex. For US dollar, the dollar index traded around 96 on Thursday, while the Chinese yuan traded below 6.38 per US dollar. And the Australian dollar hit a new 4-week high above 0.72 US dollar. While for the Japanese yen, it remained weak above 114 per US dollar. And for the British pound, it increased to a 4-week high of 1.3373, while the Philippine peso decreased 0.04 or 0.08% to 50 pesos and 06 cents. And for the New Zealand dollar, it climbed back above 0.68 US dollar on Thursday. And here are the latest on commodities. For gold price, gold firmed above 1,800 US dollars an ounce on Thursday, while the crude oil futures held above 72 US dollars per barrel, while the Brent crude futures traded around 75 US dollars per barrel, and the natural gas futures extended gains beyond 4 US dollar per million British thermal units in late December. And here are the stock market updates. In US stock futures were little changed on Thursday after climbing for a second day in the previous session. While in United Kingdom, the FTSE 100 edged higher to 6-week highs on Thursday. In China, the Shanghai Composite Index gained 0.57% to close at 3,643, while the tech-heavy Shenzhen Index rose 0.49% to 14,864 on Thursday as Chinese companies staged a muted rebound after recent sell-offs prompted by regulatory action from Beijing and Washington. The new energy, aluminum, auto parts, coal, and consumer staple groups were among the outperformers in the market. Some of the most notable gainers include Quetzal Mute, 3.52%, Shanxi Meijin, 6.38%, Aluminum Corporation, 10%, Wuliangye Gibbon with 2.11%, China 3 Gorges, 5.5%, Cesep Solar with 10%, Cesep Wind with 10%, and Weichai Power with 1.59%. In Europe, European stocks traded slightly higher to 2-week highs on Thursday, while in France, the CAC 40 index extended gains by 0.2% to hover around 7,060 level on Thursday. In Italy, the FTSE MIB extended yesterday's gains by 0.2% to hover around 26,880 on Thursday. And here are the updates on bonds. In United Kingdom, the UK 10-year government bond yield increased to a 4-week high of 0.925%, while in Japan 30-year government bond yield increased to an 8-week high of 0.69%, while in France, it also increased to a 4-week high of 0.101% or 101%. And in US, the yield on the benchmark 10-year Treasury note climbed to 1.48%. And here is an interesting fact about the stock market. The data was taken from the CNBC. The total stock market value is 95 trillion US dollars. Stock market statistics show that the total value of the stock market reached a record high of 95 trillion US dollars in November 2020 due to hopes of COVID-19 vaccine distribution. The US is responsible for a huge chunk of that market value. If you combine the US stock exchanges, NYSE and NASDAQ, you get 54.5% of the entire global stock market value, or over 51 trillion US dollars. And this is Emmy from Philippines reporting.